Huge thanks to Cracks TV on Instagram for the inspiration for this video.
Tinubu
Everything you not prepare anything again. Price of everything. Everything that happened for this country. Any friend not kill us, we not go to work for this country. If this no better. If the market is the rest you feel back. 500 naira, 1,000, not be anything again for this country. Everything that happened. Everything that happened. This supposed to go. This supposed to go. Because there's something. When you
Run away. Run away.
Now wow, my brother. My brother, now wow for you. Now wow for you, eh?
And welcome to a very unique episode of the Burnt Out Millennial. I hope you're all doing well. Let's get into it. The golden age of Nigerian television. At least when I first came to Nigeria in 1990 and again in 1994 to join my father, there were amazing television shows and even the movies that came up further down the line back in 1992. Now, the biggest hit TV show I remember growing up was Checkmate. One of the best, if you ask me.
Not call him to the phone.
Let him answer the call.
Hold on.
Let him answer it.
I should call Chidi to answer the phone.
Yes.
Me. Well, it's not me that will carry this phone to meet Chidi, that heartless son of your sister in his room.
Chidi.
Then we had Diamond Rain, one of the earliest horror movies, not to mention Living in Bondage, which was the very first, and Nigerian movies started to go global. Most millennial Nigerians my age, I don't have to tell you the history of how amazing Nigerian home video became because it became a massive hit that even BBC had to do a special on one of our very first movies, which was Living in Bondage, if not earlier when you consider Yoruba movies. And so I was scrolling Instagram as you do when you're bored out of your mind and don't know what to do to escape a country, and I saw this key question. Now, what Nollywood oldie would you want or want to see a sequel of or deserves a sequel? And I raised my eyebrow. Because it's not like they haven't tried this before. And they have got mixed results because if you're talking about maybe a sequel, not really, but a remake, oh yes, they have.
You know, you remind me so much of my younger self.
I do?
Growing up, we always wanted more. You felt you're never really where you're meant to be.
In my opinion, that was the greatest retelling of that film of Living in Bondage in 1992. Of course, 1992 goes more rugged and rough when it comes to the occultic situation, but Living in Bondage, the remake, brings a kind of modern twist, like a Da Vinci Code kind of Lord of the Rings cult kind of thing. It still has the reality of the cult, but in a modern day twist, which makes sense. And then it went all weird when they started with more remakes.
I see everything. The anger, the darkness, this weeping dead of you.
Now, this is where I think they start to get it wrong when it comes to remakes, because they bring the original NECA into this one, and the point is they distort the story and we don't know what it's about anymore. No story, NECA comes from the river. Also with this story, but it doesn't really tell us that immediately though. So she comes from the river. She comes as a serpent but in human form, and she comes to terrorize a family. In this situation, the original says they destroy her people. Where are her people from, and why do we see land if she originates from the water? This becomes an issue, and it becomes a distortion, and it becomes a big problem when you want to continue a story. So when it comes to remaking or sequeling an amazing classic, you have to know that some of these things don't really need a continuation. It was tied up in a bow for us in the 90s, and it will be one of the things we'll remember forever. We'll remember amazing quotes. We'll remember Tony Nehemiah from Nick at the Pretty Serpent. We'll remember Isagaba, Egg of Life, Glamour Girls. These are some of the movies that really don't need a sequel or a remake. Could happen to some of these movies could be a re-release, where you re-release the exact movie and have them in the theaters, or have them available for streaming and have the necessary people who should be accredited to be accredited and to be able to raise money, and it will be fine. People will stream these movies. People will go to the theaters to watch these movies. But of course, there's so many factors that we have today. The issue with Nigeria, and we all know the issue. Apart from our really interesting president, the global economy has gone mad. And of course, things aren't getting any cheaper. And the streaming services are also increasing their tariffs, and they demand more quality, which sometimes, concerning the cost of things in Nigeria, there is a limit to the quality of films we can produce. And that's an honest truth. Whether we like it or not, some people, even if they can afford Netflix, they would have to have the data first to actually stream the damn platform. And even those platforms that I shall never mention, outside of the cheaper ones you already know, and there are some sideway ones, this is the internet, you have to get the data first. And these networks aren't playing with anybody.
Darling, if you love me, chief, it must be.
In summary, the golden age of TV is just it, the golden age. Amazing time, amazing moments, which must be cherished. There must be any sequels. We must follow the story. We must make sure that we are staying true to the writer's vision on what the story was, a retelling. Let us learn something new. Let us have such a sense that we would respect the past and welcome the remake, and we welcome the sequel. That way, we will not be turning movie lovers away, nor will we be turning nostalgia lovers away either. The Nollywood industry is meant to grow, and as it grows, we get newer stories, updates on stories, and it should be an industry that blossoms, which it has already and has a lot more blossoming to do, and I believe it's going to get even better. That's all from me for today, folks. If you have any other points to put into this video, because I made it fairly short, put all your comments below. I'll be happy to read them. Until next time, have an amazing day.
That you are career driven. Who told you it's career that is driving you? Who told you? Adulthood na bill never drive while career driven. If I don't have to pay bills, if I don't have to do all this adulthood stuff, I'm not doing any job. So yes, I'm bill driven, I'm adulthood driven. I'm not a career that is driving me anything.